All right, it's showtime. It's showtime. We are live. Nash Vegas. What is going on? We got a baby update yet? Denny Hamlin having a baby? Where are we at on that? Denny racing? Not racing? I mean, I don't care if Denny races or not. Just let us know before the race if you're going to finish or not, okay? Wow. If this has only taught you how to spell worm. Did I not spell? Did I not spell? Anyway, let's get to the poll. Cheers. Happy race day. Taking a pull. Ooh. It's like my 5th drink of the day. All right. If anyone can guess what I was doing the last hour, I'll buy you a beer. Man. I was pulling road base or in buckets up a hill for my buddy. My hands are sore. I'm tired. Cleaning pee. Cleaning up diapers, rubbing his nose in it. Yeah. Making baby number 2. Okay, wow, we have a creative crew. Nuke, what's going on? Yeah, I was up at my buddy Brent's place. Oh, man, just carrying rocks up a hill. Yeah. For those of you that don't know what road base is, that don't work with your hands like I do, obviously, it's basically gravel up a hill. Uphill both ways. Yes, Ryan, it was uphill both ways. So anyway, shout out to the Hildreds, their beautiful backyard that they're working on. Isla, Zoe, cheers, Brent. If they're not watching, I'm going to be pissed. Absolutely pissed. But let's get into the race. Blue collar wormy. Yeah, exactly. I work with my hands. I have to get a manicure tomorrow. Absolutely. My hands are just destroyed. Yeah, exactly. One time I worked it's, it's kind of harsh on my mouse, All right. Chase Briscoe. Congrats to everybody that bet him to win the poll. Well done. I mean, I feel like, for one, can we agree there's not going to be much passing today? There's going to be almost no passing. Everyone looked the same in practice, with the exception of a few guys. I don't know what happens when the sun goes down and no one else does either. So I'm not high on Chase Briscoe. I think he has a little bit of fall off, and his number is kind of gone. So I'm not high on Briscoe. I have a little at 25, but I think I still lose money if he wins. That's how much I have on Chase Briscoe, just so we're clear. Denny Hamlin. Well, baby watch. Keep me up to date here. I have no idea what's going on. I certainly hope that we see Denny Hamlin race or not race before the race. That's all I care about. I don't care. Pockers just said Denny is racing unless late change. Hamlin on the grid is still expected to race. Okay. All right. See, this is why we do this. Think about all the information we're getting right now already. Boom. Denny looked good in practice. Shocker. He was good in the long run. Denny doesn't need to look good to bet him here. I bet him at 6. I think Denny's going to be good. I can understand maybe not taking him in the outright. I got him at 6. I don't like him at maybe 5. You get maybe a break-even guy, not necessarily profitable at a 5, but 4.5. We're Big Ross. Denny's racing unless he isn't. That is a great point. That's where we're at here. Anyway, I like Denny. I think he should be the favorite. I don't have any matchups on him. I think you probably take him to win. There's this theory, and I'm kind of curious what some people think about this. big Ross, nuke. Kind of the curse of the best car. We're going to talk about this, both sides of this right now. Denny has one of the best cars. And whenever that happens, I feel like sometimes they turn into Chris Farley trying to make a sale on Tommy Boy. They screw it up more than they don't. Whereas if your car doesn't look that good, you're not afraid to make a mistake or a strategy call and potentially win the race, right? Or enhance your finish. But so many times we see the best car just take a good look at a butcher's ass by sticking your head up it. And usually that's Kyle Larson, right? But Kyle doesn't look that good. So does that take a lot of the pressure off this 5 team? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I think Denny Denny does have a great crew, though. I agree. And Denny's a winner, man. Denny just goes out. Denny does a lot of things. He cashes tickets. One of them is cashing tickets. Kids are in the back puking their guts out. If the best car won every week, Blaney would have 3 wins. Now would cash my win total. Yeah, I agree. Okay. That's weird. Nuke and I agree. That's the first time that's ever happened. William Byron. I don't know. Most William Byron weekend I've ever seen. He will be good. He qualified well. He'll run kind of up front. If he loses track position, I don't think he'll get it back. I don't know. If you're betting William Byron today, okay. I would say, yeah, fair enough. 10-1's a pretty good price for a guy that looked decent in practice. Probably a top 5 car in practice, qualified well, runs decent here. Sure. Yeah, okay. I could go for William Byron. The thing is, he kind of needs to run a perfect race every single week, and he just has to be around. Yep. Listening in my car. Oh, hang on. My 9-year-old son keeps asking who I am. Wow, come on. Who is Worm? Uncle Worm. Yeah, you have to have track position in order to win. This is one of those races where if you had to choose track position or race strategy or best car, you're choosing race strategy every time. You could go to a place like Darlington, a place like Homestead and say, okay, I'd take the best car. I take the best car, not the best strategy. This time, I think the best strategy, you have to be on the right strategy in order to win this race. Yeah. Every week I'm indifferent on Byron too. Like, yeah, can he win? Sure. If he wins, I feel like it's boring. Byron doesn't win exciting races. It's always like, well, Byron, I don't know if I hold that against him. Maybe I have a bias or a blind spot with him, but obviously he's good. Tyler Reddick, pretty good in practice. I don't like that he pitted. Yeah, he ran some fast laps after he pitted, but he did have to pit in order to do that. Now, does that mean he's just going to be good on the short run, or is there going to be some longevity there? I'm not quite sure with Reddick. Again, another guy that 10-1, that's a good price. 10-1 is a good price on Reddick. If you got that, I think it's come down a little bit. I actually haven't looked. I don't know if you know this or not, but I've been doing manual labor the last hour. So, yeah, let's double check and just see what has happened with Tyler Reddick's odds. Now 8-1. We're getting a little short for a guy. Getting a little short for Tyler Reddick, in my opinion. Ross Chastain. Okay. Now I have Ross at 14, and I do have to give Todd Furman a shout out. I hate giving him credit, but I have to. I didn't want to bet Ross. Okay. And Todd always does, instead of saying he likes Ross, he always does something kind of like what a significant other would say. Where do you think Ross closes after qualifying or practicing qualifying? Not, I like Ross. I know what the hell he means. It's almost like this passive aggressive way of saying, I like Ross, we should bet him. I like Ross. And so I kind of ignored the text earlier in the week, and I honestly didn't respond. I had my read receipts on, and Todd said, where do you think Ross closes? And I didn't respond. I'm like, I don't know. This means he likes Ross. And I feel like, oh, Kevin, take a drink. Todd greater than Wormy? Dude, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Take a drink. That's a penalty. So anyway, he then follows it up with a, hey, Ross. And I was like, all right, let's play some Ross. So we did. Yeah, exactly what I did to you. Yeah. So here's the deal. I have some Ross at 14. He should not be the co-favorite. I don't think so. He was good in practice. Yeah. Not as good as he was last week. Oh, God. Todd knows wheel. Oh, my gosh. I hope Todd's not watching. Todd knows wheel. Hey, I'm happy we got it. You know, I'm happy we got it. Can Ross win? Absolutely. This is going to be a track position race. And if it's a track position race, there's a few guys that I trust to steal track position more. And I'm not saying Ross can't drive through the field. I'm just saying, in addition to that, him, Logano, and Brad K are guys that make stuff stick. Okay? Speaking of Todd. Oh, well, Todd couldn't carry heavy stuff uphill. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you guys need to get on Todd for Bet the Board. The ball is not in my court. Todd is greater than Clay Travis. Okay, we're talking about Todd way more than I wanted to. Chastain's going to be good. His price, he's just overvalued. Brad Keselowski. Why is he 20-1 still? Big Ross brought this up a second ago. That's the best bet on the board, in my opinion. The best bet on the board, in my opinion, from an outright perspective. I don't even think it's close. He was pretty good in practice. He was pretty good here last year. And there's an argument, I know that I had him last week, that he was the best car last week. Now, the broadcast, Prime does a great job. Okay, you have Letarte in the booth. You're going to get all the information you need. I thought that there was 20-1 on him still. Am I wrong? Rob Perez, Worldwide Wob, just chimes in. No, he was arguably the best car. Brad's not a closer, man. He used to be, though. Well, he also went a lap down. So he spun out, and they didn't show it. He spun out, and so he pitted, but they didn't clip the diffuser back in. So, Rocky Mountain Bet says 22, FanDuel. I think he's going to be really good. If there's a way to fumble it, Brad will find it. I think he fumbles less than people think. Why is he all of a sudden a fumbler? Yeah, Brad was running lap times last week. If it was a 700-mile race, Brad wins. Brad wins. Okay, moving on. Christopher Bell. Why is there so much love for Chris Bell? I went back and watched the race from last year this morning because I saw everyone kind of pounding him. I'm not high on C Bell again. This is the intermediate package. When has Bell been fast on a 1.5 mile track in this package? Vegas last year. Yes, that's the last time that he was fast in the intermediate package. I don't want to necessarily fade him across the board, but man, there were some prices against him. You're a Bell guy, I know. I'd put Briscoe, Denny, and Reddick above, and that's all. Yeah, I would agree. I don't know about Briscoe, but definitely Denny and Reddick. Briscoe, to me, I don't know. I have a hard time putting my finger on him. Number is too short for me with Bell. This is the intermediate. I don't want to fade Bell. I did with Larson at plus 145. I don't care. Let's fill in the blank. I bet Larson plus 145 against blank. It doesn't matter who you put in that blank or what track. Well, okay, maybe a non-super speedway. You don't bet against Kyle Larson at a minus 175 or minus 180 or minus 200. That's not a thing. So I took just Larson plus 145 against Bell out of principle, I guess. So rip the Bell over Chastain ticket up. No, here's why. I think because Bell hasn't been kind of a dominant car, I think he'll just run. He'll get a good finish. If you have to come off Hamlin very late, Bell works. Yeah, Bell always finds a way. Yeah, I see Reddick. I saw the Reddick over Bell at Superbook. But Reddick has one of those race-winning cars. Okay. Race-winning car, tries to win the race, potentially loses the race trying to win. Kyle Larson, I don't think, has a race-winning car. Kyle Larson is going to try to get a good finish. And Kyle Larson's good, just him trying to get a good finish. I think he beats Chris Bell. That's where I'm at. Michael McDowell. Well, I mean, good qualifying. He'll probably keep track position, but I just don't. This is a Michael McDowell track because of one thing. It's hard to pass, but he was not fast. He was not fast. What about betting against Larson stage 1 with Bell? What's that? That might be good. I'm not high on McDowell. Joey Logano gets a good qualifying by him. Terrible in the short run, but good on the long run. Someone break down Reddick for me. I just broke down Reddick for you. He's good on the short run. We don't know how he is on the long run because he did not make a long run. So we don't know. Joey Logano. I mean, terrible on the short run. Terrible. But good on the long run. Don't see I don't see him driving up through the field. Yeah, he has to get freaky with strategy. Joey fast. Man. I don't know how I feel about Joey. The number's probably there for an outright. What? B-Dog Soba. What price is that Bell over Larson stage 1? Yeah, I agree. Okay. Two tire stops are in play. Any decision on the top of the box makes Logano a play. Correct. Nuke. Again, we agree. Paul Wolf. Hard to argue. Average finish for Logano in this tire, 10.4. Okay, let's keep moving on. I don't know. Logano, the number's there to play Logano in almost anything, especially a strategy race. Chris Buescher. Ooh, I did not think he looked that great, but the numbers are there. Like I saw some 3-1 top 10. I mean, I think you take Chris Buescher top 10 at 3-1 at any track, right? I don't think that number's there anymore on FanDuel. Brad just went to 18 on Bovada. Oh man, the pull strikes again. I have nothing on nor against Chris Buescher. I think a solid run, but if anything, I lean more to fade him than I would be betting on him. Minus 150 Bell over Larson. I mean, I like that. But here's the thing. With Larson, if there's a caution like lap 20, if you're Chris Bell, you're probably taking 4 tires and Larson maybe stays out or takes 2 tires. That's the only thing. Chris Buescher, like I said, I would probably fade Buescher before I would bet on him. Chase Elliott. I don't understand any Chase Elliott love. I thought he was bad on the long run. I know that he's won here in the past, but that was a tire strategy. He took 4 the previous stop, and he kind of inherited the lead. Now he's running fast times, and he was good here at night. I don't like Chase today. Again, just the most quiet 11th to 7th place finish from Chase with never a threat to win and never outside the top 15. Bubba Wallace. Wubba. I'd like to see more laps out of him in practice. Pitted and then he came out. Nothing impressive. I have no idea. I have no idea how good Bubba's going to be. If anything, fade. Ricky Stenhouse. Concrete. Ricky's good on concrete, but slow in practice. But good on concrete. I have nothing on or against Stenhouse. If someone has an idea on Stenhouse, I'd be shocked. Eric Jones. Well, I'll tell you what. This guy continues to impress. I do not hate him top 10. This seems kind of like an Eric Jones type track. Don't do what to you? Who loves Todd, but come on. Jones was awesome in practice. Yeah, I guess he was late. I guess Jones was good late. Okay. I wouldn't say awesome, but I would say good for him. Yeah, Legacy's done pretty well. Yeah, I guess I was just speaking like the 43 all of a sudden is just kind of getting it done. Wormy goated. Well, thank you. Oh gosh, Hot Guy Podcast is here. Well, there goes the whole show. I like Eric Jones. Who? Eric Jones. Eric Jones was the matchup of the week last week. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. I like Eric Jones. Yeah, I don't think he was awesome in practice. Awesome relative to him, but yeah, I mean, long run he did. He hung on nicely. He did. You're right. I will stand a little corrected. Yeah, Legacy looks good. If we're talking Patriots, I'm Team Todd. Oh gosh. Okay, no one's Team Todd. Come on, let's be honest. Ryan Blaney. Okay. The broadcast loved Ryan Blaney. When you look at practice times relative to his group, is not close how much better the 12 was. The 12 just looked like a spaceship compared to the rest of the Group 1. I mean, the best car maybe I've ever seen in practice. Like maybe Chris Bell at Phoenix won last year. Blaney's group was also trash, Connor. I would also agree with that. Nigel's sick of Ryan Blaney. It's kind of funny. I don't hear anyone talking about Blaney. Do we charge him for that? Like this Group 1, his speed late was just incredible. I don't know. I don't know. You did not miss a couch bet. Blaney can't be a sleeper, can he? I don't think Blaney. Yeah, we talk about his speed every week. I know. Not last week. But Blaney was phenomenal. His price is short. I think you probably better chance getting him live. He didn't have Kyle Larson in his group, did he? No. Oh, yeah, he did have Larson in his group. Yeah, you're right. He did. Well, okay, so Larson, okay, someone tell me why Larson's times are not that good. Let's see how smart everyone is here. Come on. Tell me why Larson's times weren't that good. Oh, God. Hot Guy Podcast chirping Larson. Idiot. Okay. Come on. Why did Larson have slow times? Thank you, Dirty Air. Yes. So I'll say this. Larson's times weren't that fast. He was in Dirty Air, green track also, but green track usually fast fire off, doesn't hold on as long. He was behind Cole Custer. Todd would not have made that mistake. He was behind Cole Custer. The sad thing is he could not pass Cole Custer. So, although his times weren't bad or were bad, he was behind Cole Custer, who was dog shit. And he couldn't pass him. I mean, Cole Custer only has 7 laps under 30.4 seconds. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I think it could be bad for racing. I would agree with Hot Guy Pod here. It could be no passing at all. Okay. We got on a Larson tangent there for no reason. Austin Cindric. This is a track position type race, so you think he'll be good, but I didn't see much out of him. He usually is the second best or third best looking Penske. He looks way worse. Oh, geez. How did Max look this morning? Let's not go there. He's 5 over on the par 5s on the back. Okay. Not good with Austin Cindric. I think if he steals track position, he can stay out front. I think there's a lot of drivers, if they got out front, it'd be hard to pass. AJ Allmendinger. Doesn't he have like a massive penalty? Doesn't he have a massive penalty? I think he does. Kyle says, I'm hearing we should fade Larson with Custer. Stop and go starting from the back. I'm shocked they just didn't shoot him. Like, this seems like they took away the race engineer's hard card. I just firing squad. Just line up his entire team and just mow him down. AJ was okay. He's good here. You got to think a stop and go is a lap down. You got to think that's it. I know, and he's laying a minus 170 to Heim. He's also laying. There's another matchup. And the got the colleague 10 last night. What do you mean? I mean, he's a heavy favorite in these matchups still. I don't get it. But whenever I bet these like lap down guys, I end up losing them. Oh, they got Daniel Dye last night. Okay. AJ Allmendinger's minus 170 against Corey Heim and minus 190 against Noah Gragson. That's because Heim sucks. A hard card? Come on, Nigel. Keep up. Come on. No time to explain hard card. The one time you take Dinger yeah, I just don't think that price is there on Dinger. There's a lot of risk there. But if there's a caution early, he'll be the only car a lap down. He'll get his lap back and whatever. I don't know. I just stay away from those now. Justin Haley. I don't think Justin was that good. He would have like inconsistent lap times, which to me doesn't have a great handling race car. Ryan Preece. I thought he was going to look better. Not good. Not good at Preece. Now, he'll probably race better than he looked, but he'd have to race better than he looked because he was real bad. Josh Berry, also not good at all. Not good. Bowman will be the host of our of last week. Heim hate. Josh Berry was not that good at all. But I mean, I have PTSD when it comes to Josh Berry. I took his over 17.5 at Las Vegas and he won the race. So Heim goat. Nigel, take a drink. We can't have that kind of conversation here. We have to have normal conversations. Oh yeah, he went through the infield. Priest top Ford. I don't think that there's any. Nah, I don't think so. I think that there were guys like Brad and Logano. And okay, so here's why I would say no. I don't want to just say no and shrug it off. I want to actually have the conversation about Priest top Ford. Here's why I would say no. Logano and Keselowski kind of have track position, and they're really good. They're really good at keeping track position. They don't have to earn it. Normally, they have to earn their track position to be up front. And they don't have to. And then I think Blaney looks like the fastest Ford. So maybe he rolls the dice with strategy. Nuke says it was a mistake to bet top Ford. So, but you're also not going to get Nuke and I to disagree on very much. So, weird. That's why we'd be terrible on a podcast together, to be honest, Nuke. We would have to disagree on something. We can't just slurp each other, okay? Where are we at? Austin Dillon. This is not an Austin Dillon type track, and it looks like it in practice. Priest minus 105 on Bubba. I don't know. I don't like Austin Dillon at all today. Again, track position race. Anyone can kind of hold track position. I don't like it. Ty Gibbs. I don't understand Ty Gibbs' love today. If the prices are right, I don't. Yeah, lots of fall off. He was good here last year. I don't trust Ty Gibbs as far as I could throw him. Shane Van Gisbergen, SVG. Let's just say that. Where is he at here? My sheet. Where is SVG? Oh, yeah, not that good. I don't trust SVG. There's enough fighting in the Fox booth for all. Ty Gibbs, who's that? Yeah, I agree. SVG is not going to be. I thought maybe last week, maybe all of Trackhouse had turned the corner, but no, just the one car. I do think, yes, SVG is improving. I agree with that. Alex Bowman looked good in practice, in my opinion. Pitted. I thought even though they pitted, he was decent towards the end of his first stint there. And then made an adjustment, and I thought that the adjustment was good. I don't hate Bowman, but man, it's going to take a long time for him to get a front. I don't think he can win the race. Kyle Busch. I mean, he's got to be minus 140 to be DFL. Like, is there any... If you had to pick someone to finish last, don't you pick Kyle Busch to finish last? Like, first retirement, I'd take Kyle Busch. That'll be my pick of the day. I know you're referring to SVG when you say he needs seat time at ovals, but it sounded like you were saying that for Kyle Busch, and that's really funny. Kyle Busch needs seat time in ovals. Yeah, that 07 truck's not that good. Yeah. There's so many new fans of sport that don't even realize what Kyle Busch actually is, dude. He was awesome. I mean, Kyle Busch is still awesome. He was freaking awesome. I mean, every week you're just, if you didn't bet Kyle Busch, you're like, oh man. Him and Johnson. Johnson wasn't fancy, but if you're new to betting NASCAR, Johnson and Chad Knaus were freaking awesome. Every single week. Every week. Larson shouldn't have won in that 07, though. And Larson's pretty good driver. Yeah, I did not see Dale Jarrett race. What do I have to drink for? I mean, I will. All right, where are we at? Cowboys. Carson Osavar. Carson Osavar opened at 40-1 this week. I texted Todd, what's the best number we can get on him? He says 40, and he's also minus 140 to finish the race. That was Todd giving me pushback on Hocevar. He looks decent in practice, and he's starting 26. He goes to 25-1. Oh, Chad Knaus was a cheat code and a half. That guy, man, I remember he's one of the guys where I'd love to sit down and interview him. I would love to interview Chad Knaus. There are, yeah. Here's the thing. Carson Osavar is comfortable back with the squirrels. I'm going to lean back a little. Carson Osavar is comfortable back with the squirrels. He's fast. Okay, let's just say you wanted to find out if your car is fast. You're an owner of a team, and you go, hey, I want to see if my car is fast. You put Kyle Larson there first. He's going to find the most speed. I don't even know if like you'd consider Denny Hamlin fast if you were just like say, hey, go fast. I don't know that Denny Hamlin's just good over the course of a run. Chris Bell is fast. Oh, dude. Carson Hocevar is fast. Now, this is where the tabloids or the fake news is going to quote me as saying that Carson Hocevar is the third fastest driver according to this. No, he's just fast, and he's gonna move up. Carson Hocevar, he's gonna crack the top 10. It's like, oh, Carson Hocevar started 26. He's now in the top 5. Like that's just gonna happen. It is fun to bet, Carson. Yeah, clip it. Yeah, I want this all over. You guys, I won't send you a cease and desist. Like, go ahead, cut it up. Seabell is more technical than quick. Yeah, could be right about that, Drake. I don't disagree. Zane Smith, zany boy, not very good. You think he ever gets a Hendrick ride? I mean, who at Hendrick is going to give up their like? No, Hocevar is not going to race for Hendrick. I mean, it would have to be when Larson retires. I know, but who's going to leave? Byron's young. He ain't going anywhere. You're going to let go of Larson? Nope. Larson will be with Hendrick till the day he dies, at least in the Cup Series. Bowman? Okay, Bowman. Bowman contract is up in 2026. Okay. I just think Bowman's better than people think. Cindric out, Hocevar in. Why does everyone hate Bowman? I don't know. Yeah. Ally loves him. Well, I know the people that fund Hocevar. They'd probably stick with him if he went. They'd stick with him if he went to the 48 for sure. Bowman's consistent. I agree. People hate him. I don't know. I don't. Kyle Larson. Where's Larson going to finish today? Let's see. I want to see a number. I want to see everyone put a number. Where's he finish? Well, it's not a question we've been talking about on my YouTube channel for years. Doesn't it blow you away how many times crew chiefs make the wrong calls? Yes. I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe how many times drivers are given the wrong information about the cars around them and what tires they're on or what their strategy is or how much fuel they have left. I feel like any true full-time NASCAR better educated fan can make calls. Yeah. I would say it's a very select few group of people, but I think I could help a NASCAR team. You know, and that maybe I'm naive in saying that, but you know, you just didn't. No, I've watched every practice and qualifying of all 3 series for 14 years. 14 years, I haven't missed one. So I don't know. I've got my 10,000 hours or close to it. 9th for Larson, 31st. Okay, Kyle, I like that. 4th, 9th, 10th, 4th, 7th, 5th, 8th, 5th. Wow. I'm going to skip that one. 27th, 2 laps down. DNF, 3rd. Hawkeye Pot is going with 3rd. Kyle finishes in front of the other Kyle, 37th. Wormy's drunk. Kidding me? Yeah, Worms are for data analyst team. Can you up to 20 team in intermediates? I can send a text. You deserve a medal for watching every truck practice. Yeah. Get a life. What do you mean? I love it. Why would you not do something you love? Sounds ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, Malcolm Gladwell's back there somewhere. Where is that book? Oh, is it Outliers? 10,000 Hours? Outliers? Yep. Although I think his books are cheesy now that I'm a trendy reader. Bowman is not good? I disagree. Imagine not watch. I agree. Imagine not watching every truck practice. Thank you, Nuke. Slurp. Got a little buzz going, but he's a very objective analyst even when buzzed. Yeah. I drink and talk about NASCAR for a living. So sue me. Yeah, well, thanks for tuning in. Connor, man, greatest comment of the day. Gladwell is cheesy once you read Taleb. Yeah. Outliers is a good read. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we've digressed. Does anybody want to talk about any? Custer was terrible. Gregson, can Gregson beat Dinger with a lap lead? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, that's a dream job. Yeah, we're getting to some of these. Let's see. Ty Dillon did not look that good. Daniel Suarez, where's old Danny boy? He looked all right, but lots of fall off. Heim, Corey. Lots of fall off. I even have to change this to see. Yeah, Heim was not that good. I'm gonna change this 30. Heim was not that good. I think that guy gets better. Gilliland, there's no Gleavers this week. Nothing. John Hunter Nemechek, something happened last week that was great. I do not see that happening again this week. And now we get to the fun ones. Cody Ware versus JJ Yaley. Is that still minus 110 on Cody Ware? Is there a okay? Where are these bets? Where are these shit boxes? Minus 170 now. Okay, good. Okay, based on speed, this one ain't close. I mean, can you imagine laying minus 170 on Cody Ware? I can. He's way faster than JJ Yaley. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the same. This is degenerate stuff, but I love it. Yaley minus 170 over Fincham. Let me see. Hang on, I gotta somehow get Fincham's laps pulled up here. Guys. Fincham's fastest lap. I can't believe I'm talking about this. This is my life. Yaley is minus 130. Hang on. Fincham is Yaley's minus 130 over Fincham on Bet365. Okay, hang on. All right. I can't. I'm never shocked. People always ask, what do you think lines are going to open? And I'm just like, I think this, but Speedy Green says Ty Dillon's minus 165 versus Yaley at Fanatics. Yeah, Yaley minus 105 over Fincham. I mean, it's not close, guys. Can Yaley finish last? Yes. Yes, he can. I mean, is there a better pre-race show? Oh, hang on. Sorry, this is great. This is great. Yeah. Oh, I would not. He said, "This isn't my life." I had a 20-minute conversation with my 6-year-old daughter about the races that Ryan Blaney should have. Should get her response. What's a Ryan Blaney? I got into an argument with my wife about why my hair is gray. I said it's because of my wife and kids, and she said no, it's because you bet Ryan Blaney every week. Okay, well, I'm trying to get this bet out. I can't believe I have I'm gonna put my eggs in a JJ Yaley basket. All right, top 10. Here we go. Hamlin, Byron, Reddick, Ross, Brad. Shit. I'm not gonna put Bell in there. Blaney, Hocevar, Larson. All right, I'll put Bell in there. But you got to think. Use your toes. I'm not fading Bell. Okay, so here's the crazy thing. I guess Briscoe has to finish in the top 10, right? Briscoe has to finish in the top 10. Briscoe, Hamlin, Byron, Reddick, Ross, Brad. The top 6, I feel like, are going to finish in the top 10. Right? And then, I mean, you got to think Logano. I won't include him, but Blaney, Hocevar, Larson, Bell. I don't know. Chaos. This is a good question. I do think there can be chaos because there's no tire fall off. So you could see a caution with 80 to go, and all of a sudden someone makes it. Logano is top 10, bruh. Eric Jones top 10. Okay, the fastest ones in terms of speed. Fastest in terms of speed. Blaney, Hamlin, Ross, Reddick, Byron. That's what I would say. Harvick just gave out Logano to win. Blake says Byron, Hamlin, Ross. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's I think everyone in the show that participates at least understands. It's really hard to win with the best car. We can all sit here and say, I can tell you for a fact that those are the 5 fastest cars based on lap times. Now, is that what actually happens? Oh, like it's NASCAR. There's a reason they run the race. Hamlin only wins when tires fall off. He could kind of get out there and he could snooze. Who's most of my liability on? What do you mean? My biggest winner is Brad K. That price is too good for a car that I feel like is trending upward. And, this is a race where, you really do have to bet the numbers because if, like, whoever gets out front is going to be really hard to pass. Hamlin, Blaney, Reddick. I do have Hamlin. I don't have Blaney. I don't have Reddick. Think of a midweek show. Okay, I'll think about it, Eric. I put a ton on Brad K. I think Brad's going to be good. I don't know. Race winning is going to be hard. Yeah, Nigel, we're all in here betting on JJ Yaley, and we're asking about liabilities. Yeah. Oh, that's who you think are the fastest 3 in practice. Okay. BK and Logano, best current value. Logano, he's probably going to finish well. I can't fade him, though. I only have one matchup. I hate matchups. I hate betting matchups in a race where there's just track position matters so much. I'll say that. Switch to a nude. Beer's gone. Oh, I mean, last year, I thought Denny was the class. I tried to figure out a way to. I just don't see Chris Bell on lap times. I know that they made the car a little better after he pitted, but it was pretty slow to start. You're on Hamlin and Reddick. Okay, my winner is going to be the new dad, not Tyler Reddick, but the one that's going to be a dad. I think Denny Hamlin wins in kind of a snoozer type fashion. Biggest cut bet of my lifetime was Ware versus Balicki. Let's see. I've got 12, 1, 11, 24, 9 on projected speed on a 40-lap run. I would agree with everything but the 9. I would agree with everybody but everything but the 9. Yeah. Byron could win. Yeah. Byron could win. But I'm picking Denny. All right, what other questions? Got a few minutes here. Are they calling for weather? That's a good question. I'm not sure. They calling for weather? When is Bell quick in practice? You'll know. Short tracks. Check Bowman over Barry at Bovada. What's the number? I do trust Bowman. No weather issues. There's 12 cars. I would say there's more than 12 cars that could win with clean air. How would you cap crew chiefs when there's no tire wear? Good question. Crew chiefs. I think it's Paul Wolf is number 1. Paul Wolf's got to be number 1. I don't know. After that, man, he's so far ahead in my opinion. Dark horse. I mean, Brad at 20 is still a pretty long price. Larson. Do I usually add a top 5 or top 10 with your outright plays? So like taking BK outright and top 10. It's very different. Last week I ladder bet Keselowski because I thought he was going to be good. So I didn't have top 3. I had top 5 and top 10. I don't like top 3s as much. I like top 5s. I like top 5s and top 10s more than top 3s. But there's also, like we said, there is like the curse of the fast car, and I hate that. Like if the car is so fast, I hate betting it top 5 and top 10 because I feel like it's win or last. So how many times do we see the best car just finish second? I mean, we did last week, but I don't even know if Byron's the best car. He just didn't get past. Yeah, Cliff is up there, but he can be conservative because his cars are so fast. Yeah. I don't know. I think like I said, I'm going to take Denny. The best cars in practice were Blaney, Denny, Ross, Reddick, Byron. I think outside chances, Carson Hocevar is going to be good. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree, Brett. Larson's too short, but he's 12-1 some places in Vegas. Yeah, Cash Busher top 10 at the All-Star race. Denny was the best car last week. Yeah, probably right. Well, I mean, it's arguable, but he was good. Certainly good. All right. I'm drunk and tired. Got to watch a race, too. It's only 3 o'clock. We got to watch a whole race. I got to drink a bunch of beer still, or nudes. Could the second lane come in? I think it will a little bit. You're going to have to be lightweight. Come on. Come on. Hard to say Chastain wasn't the best car last week. I'm wondering if I could drink twice as much as Hawkeye Pod. Maybe twice. In a week? Maybe 3 times as much as Hawkeye Pod. Best price on Briscoe right now looks to be, wow, he's 18. 18 at FanDuel? $1,000 Busch Light apples. Vegas in the fall. All right. Good luck, everybody. Oh, yeah. Golf in Sonoma. Oh. Yeah. Beast Unleashed or only. Oh, okay, whatever. All right. I'm out of here. Thanks, Derek. Are you at the race, Yoder? Yeah, I got some 25. Go Brad K. Not a couch bet, but go Brad K. All right, everyone. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, you're at home? All right. Cheers. Go Ross. Go Chase. Chase.